host, Sky. Gotta talk about it. Lil Durk. Lil Durk he's going through it. He's been in the shoe program. 23-hour lockdown. That was a spot from that was a line from the classic film Training Day with Denzel Washington winning the Academy Award. But the shoe program is SHU. It's solitary housing unit, and basically is you're cut off from basically windows, any paintings, art, anything, any kind of devices, anything at all. You're just completely cut off from it, and you have a bed, which is really like a rack, like a metal rack or a cylinder. I mean, not a cylinder. Excuse me, a cement like block that's like shaped like a bed, long enough for you to sleep on. I don't even know if you get a pillowcase. That's another Kevin. That's a Kevin Hart joke. No pillowcase. But seriously, Lil Durk is going through it. He's been in this type of condition since August of last year. So it's been about 131 days since he's seen more than an hour a day of daylight. It's 23-hour lockdown. 23 hours lockdown. Just imagine that. But here's the weird thing. Some prisons are like some jails and prisons. He's in jail. He's not in prison yet. He's completely innocent right now. Lil Durk is innocent. He's innocent. So he's completely not guilty so far until he's been tried by a jury of his peers and sentenced by a judge. He is completely and utterly not guilty at this moment. So that has to be said. He is, however, still within the program of being in the jail system. He has no commissary. That means no nachos, no Oreos, no noodle, ramen noodles, nothing to cook it with, nothing like that. He just has the toilet, a sink, and a bed, and that's basically it. And just a few spaces between them. A few feet. I don't know if it's 9 by 12 or something like that, but something close to that. But yeah, he's going through it. This is all result of allegedly over one of these, an Apple Watch that he allegedly used as contraband. He shouldn't have used it. He seen it allegedly. This is all alleged. That he allegedly used. Oh, who we got? Sun Han Wan 3. My name is Sunny Juan. I live on 41. Okay, I'm not going to say that. I was born 2013 April. My area code is. Okay, you're giving a lot of your information out. I'm not going to give out other people's information like that. You can keep that to yourself. They can keep that in the chat room. That's the only place it's going. It's not going into my mouth. Pause. No Diddy. Hi, Lime Capet. Hi. So Durk is really struggling. He's really having a tough time of it. But I think he has a team of lawyers that are going for him, going to bat for him. They're really going to try to keep him within good spirits and keep him from self destructing in any way, because that is an actual consideration for people that are in the shoe program. It's self harm, things of that nature. They get light sensitivity. They have no connection with other people. In some ways, it could be a good thing because you're sectioned off from other people that might want to do you harm. So it could be kind of like a blessing in disguise, as some people like to say. But that's just the reality of it right now. That he's in the lockdown phase. I think that with him being in such a situation as this, he has time to consider his consider thoughts on getting out. I mean, I think it's going to be a lesser charge. He has another case. Another case. If he's found guilty, he could spend the rest of his life in jail. That's all. They love to say that. He's another example of that because he has a murder for hire situation on his head. He has a murder for hire charge. So it's kind of difficult to see, whether he will be, adjudicated properly, if he would be given proper due and proper sense of who he is and what he's about. It all depends on the judge. They want a speedy trial. Obviously, he definitely wants a speedy trial. He's been in the program since August, and he would definitely want a speedy trial. They said it would probably be about from this. A lot of people were speculating, saying it would be about January of last year. It doesn't seem like it's going to be in January of this year. I think it's been pushed back allegedly till May. That's what the allegations say. I think that it is inherent that he just stay away from contraband. Keep the Apple phones away. Allegedly, I don't know if it's not even been made certain if he did have an Apple phone, Apple Watch or not. Excuse me. So that's it. And like I said, this is the strange thing about prisons and jails. Some of them are like Club Med. You know what I mean? They got tennis courts and stuff like that. You're out there playing and everything. You get 3-course, cuisine meals. It just is a totally different, space. And then some places are really low grade. I remember they said about Diddy. They're saying how he had, maggots in his food and stuff like that. So it all depends on where you are and what you're doing, and what the prison system says, and what is allowed, what is championed. Yes, thank you, Ashley Jacobs. Salutes to you. Like and subscribe. Yes, that's all you need to do. Like and subscribe. And tell more people. Get more people in here. I need at least 10,000 people in this live right now. I got people from all over the world coming in. So I need at least 10,000 people to be in here, at least. I do appreciate it. So Durk, he has this way about him that he is showing himself to be very, I guess the word is patient. I mean, I don't know if there's any other word to describe it. He's a very patient young man. He's looking for a day where he won't have to be considered a criminal. He won't have to be considered a convict. But that's all in the hands of the jury. Coming up in May, allegedly. That's their role. They weigh the evidence, weigh the facts, weigh the different pieces of that could be used as proof to seal his fate, or free him from his condition. That's all in the hands of the people that are his peers. So I think that Lil Durk is a hell of a talented guy, extremely talented. Does the drill rap? Drill rap is the greatest. It's my second form of rap. My first form, it goes 3 is cars. I just like car rap, like Duro and Paul Wall and so just talk about their cars. Sim Thug, just talk about your vehicle. I like vehicle rap and hip hop. That's like a whole subgenre. I mean, Ghost Ride the Whip, Ghost Ride the Whip. Talking about cars and stuff like that. I like that. Second is like I was gonna say, it's drill rap. I love drill rap. It's you can take it as a metaphor, but I like the literal sense. I like the literal sense of killing people, because that's what you have to do. I'm a Marine. I was born to fight, trained to kill, ready to die, never will. That's what it is. So, and my number one subgenre of hip hop or rap music is cocaine chic. Jay-Z, Rick Ross, Biggie, Giselda, The Lox, Diplomats, all that crack talk and all that stuff like that, cocaine and all that. I love that. That whole idea. It makes me get on my grind, makes me get on my, do better and propel my life. So respect to that. But like I said, Lil Durk, 23-hour lockdown, shoot program. Like, that was improvised, by the way. Denzel improvised that little part he improvised a lot of parts in the script, but that was one of those parts that he actually improvised. I just learned that in a YouTube video. That guy Denzel, he be improvising. It's like it's Denzel. I mean, it's Denzel. He's got it. It's in the bag. He's got it. He can improvise all he wants. The writer and the director look at each other like, all right, it's Denzel. What are you gonna do? You gonna tell him, oh no, you can't improvise this part. But yeah. So I think with the circumstances surrounding Lil Durk's life, his life in jail, what could he be doing but freestyling to himself in his mind and just writing raps? I don't think he can have even pen and paper. He can't even have a pen and a pad. So he's got to be like Jay-Z. Jay-Z is just, he hasn't written a rap on paper since like 1997 or something stupid like that, something crazy. All his raps are in his head. He knows exactly what he's gonna say and how to say it, and it's not just like point out in the room, oh, say this. I look to a book or something like that. It's not even like that. It's not even on that scale. It's way, way deeper, way more elevated. It's deep and elevated at the same time, if that's possible. But yeah. So I'm looking at this Lil Durk case. I'm just thinking, this is like the Diddy case Junior. This is like the Junior Diddy case. It's not the trial of the century. Diddy's trial was the trial of the century. He tried to get bail 3 times and was denied. $50 million bail. Some people can't even afford $50 million for anything. Like, what is this guy had $50 million ready, pony up, and he still couldn't get out. That's serious. That's extraordinary, though. That really is. But I would say that this is a specific time period in Lil Durk's life for him to reassess, readdress, and completely take control of all of his actions and what he is to do in these coming months. That's what is so important. That's what's so important. He has he definitely has a way of communicating his thoughts and his ideas, and the way that he is able to rap and flow on a track. And one of my favorite song from him is "All My Life." All my life. That's one of his serious songs. That's one of his that's like Big Sean's "One Man Can Change the World" and stuff like that. They had that one song, at least one song out of their whole catalog. Maybe a few of them, but at least one song in their catalog, and they highlight what's going on in their life and what's going on in the streets and going on in the world, and they bring it in. So Lil Durk, just really sad. It's a sad situation. It's sad, and it's really sad because it was like the end. If you haven't seen the ending of Dog Day Afternoon, see that movie Dog Day Afternoon with Al Pacino. It's a great film, one of the greatest films of all time. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Toto 4313. He just self-doxed himself. But you know what though? What's funny is the reason why I'm not going to say it is because it could be somebody else's address. I don't know if that's somebody else's address. He could be just saying that. He's so self-doxed himself. And I didn't even know that was a thing. I think I've never even seen that before. But yeah, he's doxing himself, or he could be doxing somebody else. He could just be saying, "Oh, this is my name, and this is the address of my op or something like that," and he wants to put it on the internet. I'm not going to help him do that. I'm not going to be the one. I'm not going to be caught up in a lawsuit. So I will not be doxing anybody. This is crazy. People wild in these streets, in these internet YouTube streets. Wilding, doxing, crazy. The hell? That was wild. So yeah, I guess that's the new wave, to dox yourself or to allegedly dox yourself. Totally not on my car heading to the address troll. Yeah, exactly. You can put it in the chat all you want. I can't. I don't think I can stop. Maybe I can. Maybe I can stop that. Let me stop that. Let me stop that before that goes any further. Let me stop that. I don't need him on my channel. That was wild. I'm not going to dox anybody. Not doxing myself. Although I could. I have doxed myself before. Salute to Brooklyn. We need to get more people in here, man. It's crazy right now. I had a lot of people last time. Not too many people this time. I was afraid this was going to happen, and it certainly did. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all. Thank you for stopping by, Brooklyn. Salute to you. What's with your eye, Flu? No, that's just my eye. My eye is crazy. What is it, red? Which eye? Left or right? I just have a I have ptosis. You're talking about that. My right eye has a lower lid than the other one. I'm just going through streams spamming and those cringy Roblox streams, so it's nice to see streams just being chill. Yeah, this is the hype chill place. I get hype and I chill at the same time. Left, my left eye. Does it look red? Does it look pink? That's just my eye. It's a shorter eyelid. Alright, so let me see here. I think he means your left. Yeah, I did my left. That's my left. This is my left eye. This is my left eye. This is my right eye. Left eye, right eye. Left eye, right eye. He did say left. Okay. But we need to get more people in here. What happened? It was like 25, 57 people up in here. It was crazy. Monday was bracking. Monday was bracking. I was happy about that. I have some views on that. Oh, Brooklyn, what's on the menu tonight? I already had a protein shake. Banana pudding. Banana pudding protein shake. I'm not eating any solid foods. Or very few solid foods. I'm eating like seed bars, seed granola. What is the mirrored? Or am I crazy? You might be crazy because I'm crazy too. Literally, I'm certified. Certifiable. I'm certified crazy. But yeah, so Durk, all he wanted was an Apple Watch. That's all he wanted. It was contraband, and they put him in the shoe program. It's crazy. I'm talking about the subject with ICE agents. I'm not sure about that. We're not talking about ICE agents right now. We're talking about Lil Durk. You understand anything about Lil Durk? You have to understand anything about Lil Durk. That's the idea. Free Durk, free Durk, free Durk, free Durk. I mean, they're arguing that he doesn't have due process for being in the shoe program. I mean, and then they're invoking the Eighth Amendment, which describes cruel and unusual punishment. And that's an interesting amendment. What is cruel and what is unusual? I kind of understand what punishment is. You can be locked up. You can be, the ultimate punishment is the death penalty. But you can be, shackled to a bedpost or something like that, or just behind the bars. That's punishment. You have restricted freedom. But what's cruel and what's unusual? What? How do they define what's unusual or what's cruel? That's interesting to me. That's what I always thought about. What is cruel and unusual? What is the definition of cruel? What is the definition of unusual in the law books? Lawyers spend what 6 to 8 years in law school, studying the different cases and stuff like that, writing theses and dissertations and stuff like that. What does cruel and unusual mean? What does it mean to be cruel and unusual? No commissary phone calls. Yeah, I guess that's unusual. Is that cruel or is that unusual? Which one? Is that both cruel and unusual? Because he has no commissary and he has no. He gets one phone call a month. One phone call per month. That is special. That is really special. Yeah. So no commissary. Like I said, no Oreos, no top ramen, no quarter waters or whatever. That's wrong. He is innocent until proven guilty. Who's wrong? I just said that. I said that a long time. I said he's not a criminal. He's not a convict until he's proven guilty or not by a jury of his peers, and it has to be sentenced by a judge. That's what I said. Who are you talking about, Brooklyn? What's wrong? I never said he was guilty. I said he's in jail. I say he's in the SHU program for 131 days. So yeah, so it's up. That's what it is. It's up. Things are up. Not for Dirk, not necessarily up for him, but it's up in the air. It's a precarious situation. The way that they try to show him to be this monster. I was gonna say this. I was just about to say when I finished my thought. He got caught right on the tarmac, right where the plane, right where the personal jet was just about to take off. He was about to go to Italy. I don't think they have extradition laws for murder for hire. I don't think it's murder for hire. Maybe just outright murder. But he was about to do it like Russell Simmons. Russell Simmons. He would have been in some deep doo doo if he had stayed in the United States, and that's a fact. It's a whole fact. He would have been caught up in the Me Too movement sincerely. He went to Bali. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this yoga stuff. I'm gonna be with these sexy Balis. What is it? Balinese, I think. Women. He said that's what I'm gonna do. But Lil Durk, far away from Bali, far away, just. Not even, what is he? I think he's in Los Angeles, in the Metropolitan Detention Center in Los Angeles, MDC, in United States of America. So this is just this is a precursor, possibly. This is possibly a precursor, and I think if he goes, ironically, if he is convicted and he is sentenced to time in prison. He might get a better shake in prison than he does in jail, ironically. It's very ironic. Bumba, you gotta save me, man. I feel like Gucci Mane in 2006. I have no idea what that means. That was 20 years ago. That's the year I graduated. Gucci Mane in 2006. He needs concierge visits pretty bad. I hope I pronounced that right. Is that concierge? It's an NBA young boy. So see, I'm out of the loop. I can't. I try to keep up with these young boys. I'm not. I try to keep up with them, but I miss the mark when it comes to these songs. There's so many songs, so many different albums and compilations and different things that are going on. I can't keep up with it. I can't keep up. It's an NBA YoungBoy song. Okay. So YoungBoy, does he still have beef with NLE? Is YoungBoy still have beef with NLE, or did they squash that, or did that go anywhere? I mean, does anybody care? He kind of has some good songs. I thought he sucked at first. Yeah, I like NBA. I like YB. I say YB and NLE. YB and NLE had a little tiff in 2025. I don't know if it fizzled out or anything like that. Oh, I wasn't. You weren't following. Yeah, I just followed the video that YB made and or no NLE made, and then YB responded or something. It was like wasn't even like a full response. It was just saying like it's whatever, man. For real, I'm not even about that life. But Durk, I think Durk has songs with at least one of them, NLE or YB. I can't remember what he had. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he had at least one song with one of the other. I know he had songs with Lil Bibby. Lil Bibby has some. I mean, Lil Bibby and Lil Baby. God damn, there's Lil Bibby, Lil Baby. God damn. Durk been locked up for like a year. Yeah, it's been like a year, but he's been in the shoe program for was it close to 5 months now. It'll be 5 months and on January 29th, I think, or something like that. I wouldn't want to be Durk right now. Yeah, I mean that's obvious. Yeah. But this is the weird thing. I don't know the statistics. I've only heard just a brief rundown that most people that do have shoe program experience, they have light sensitivity. They have increased one desire to self harm. There's all kinds of different dilemmas that they go through while they're locked up in the shoe program. And again, I have to say, shoe program is solitary housing unit or segregated housing unit. I am King Kong. No, you be on Pelican Bay shoe housing program. 23-hour lockdown. I run this. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. Walk away. That was like in the script. That was it. Just walk away. He added all that other stuff. King Kong ain't got ish on me. He added all of that. All of that was Denzel. Spazzed. Pelican Bay shoe program, nigga. Training Day is a classic. It's one of the best LA movies, up there with Chinatown and a few others. Just that neo noir kind of feel to it. It's got that grittiness kind of thing to it. I didn't know you like to get wet. That's PCP, Angel Dust, Ashy Larry. He didn't say the Ashy Larry part, but that was in the Dave Chappelle. What's it called? The mocker. He mocked it. He spoofed it. It was a spoof of Training Day with Wayne Brady. I didn't know you like to get wet. So he was planning all that day. He was planning all that week, that whole week. He was saying like, I'm gonna get this white boy, and I'm gonna make sure he does this drug. So if I get caught up in anything, I can look to him and say he was high off of drugs. See, that was the mindset he was doing. He was playing them the whole time, and he even says, I've been playing this all week. Kinda. Is that an understatement? Are you serious? That's exactly what LAPD is. It's the boys in blue. They're bigger than the Crips. That's the real blue gang. The police, not the Crips. The real boys in blue and the girls in blue are the cops, not the Crips. Have you watched Pluribus TV show? Yes. I think I did a show on Pluribus, but I'm going to do a review in the next 20 seconds. I'm going to be doing a review. LAPD is definitely grimy. Yes, very much. All the police departments are grimy, but there are good police officers individually. Collectively, they might not be so great, but individuals, they're good. All right, so I have to wrap up this Lil Durk situation. Keep your head up, Lil Durk. If you did the thing, then that's your business. You have to be tried in a courtroom, in a jury of your peers. You know, you have to have a good legal defense, having good lawyers, and we'll see what happens with you. Hopefully, you'll get out of the shoe program as soon as possible, and you'll be able to get your Apple Watch. All right. Begonia. Who has seen Begonia? How many people have seen Begonia? Alan Jackson. I don't even know who Alan Jackson is. But Begonia. Who has seen Begonia? This movie, this mess. D plus. I give it. I give it a D plus. A strong, not a failure. There's elements that are good. The parts are better than the whole. The whole is a whole mess. It's got plot holes. It's got twists and turns. It's got excellent score. Great performances by Emma Stone and Jesse Plemons. Excellent performances. And the writing is pretty good. The writing, I mean, the diction of the words is good. The writing and like the plot holes are kind of weird and it's strange. It's like you're like, why didn't she do this? Why didn't you? You're like wondering why this didn't happen. All right, the Karen Reed attorney, the best attorney ever. I didn't know that. I didn't know about that. Oh, that's interesting. But Begonia, did you see Begonia? Who in here has seen the movie Begonia with Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, directed by Yorgos Lanthimos? If I pronounced that correct, that's the super Greek name. um, anyway, Begonia. I just was not impressed by it. I kind of saw what was going to happen. I was like, she's going to be, you know what? She's going to be something like that. She's going to be special in this movie, Emma Stone's character. And then the movie just like it just turned, went to a weird space. Like it was like they were writing it as they went, not necessarily a bad thing, but like the way they chopped it up, the way they edited it was like, what? Like I wish it didn't end the way it ended. It ended on a sour note, and on an anti-man, anti-American, anti-life note. So the only life that it really represented were bees. The life of bees, really. And it had good diction, like I said. It was very well spoken. The words were spoken very well. And the writing of the words were, the way they covered was very great. Rami Reiner. You watch white movies? I watch movies, sir. I don't watch white movies or black movies or red movies or brown movies or yellow movies. I watch movies. I love all films, all cinema. All cinema. Whether it's from South America, like City of God, or if it's from Japan, like Seven Samurai, or if it's from India or Indian Woman, Mississippi Marsala, whether it's a black movie like Get Out by Jordan Peele. I like all movies. It doesn't matter the skin color. I don't care who made the skin color. I just wanted to see if they make a great movie. And this was not a great movie. You should watch Begotten. No, we're talking about Begonia. Not Begotten, Begonia. Begonia is trash, but it's not complete trash. I gave it a D plus in my review on vocal.media. Just search Skylar Saunders Begonia, and you'll see my review of the movie. It's like trash that's not on fire. That would have been an F. It's not a dumpster fire. It's just in the dumpster. It needs to be recycled or something like that. I don't know. That's great, wonderful. We're talking about Begonia, not Begotten right now. Bumba, salute to you, sir. But we're talking about Begonia. Everybody press the like button. Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Thank you. I got 2 people in here with 5 likes. I had like 57 people in here on Monday. I can't gauge this thing. I don't know what the excuse me. I don't know what the hell this thing means. No. Bugonia. 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 It's on. It's free to watch on Peacock. If you have a Peacock subscription, you can watch the whole thing. All you gotta do is watch like 3 commercials, and you can watch the rest of the movie. It's real. I love that. I can take that deal any day. I'll watch 5 commercials as long as I get the movie, and without it being split up. I hate when movies, you have to, watch commercial. You waiting for it. Television shows are geared towards commercial breaks. They know how, network television shows. Streamers, they know they can be like movies now. 2 watching, 4 likes. Yeah, well, I got 5. I see 5 likes. I see 5 likes, Brooklyn. I did my job. I hit like 6 times. But don't hit it too many times because that could come into a dislike. But I appreciate it. Thank you. But go see Begonia. Just see it, watch it, see how goofy and scary and weird and stupid it is. It's not that bright. It's not bright. And it's very anti-American and very anti-human. It's very anti-man and anti-thought, anti-reason. Now I got 6 likes. I see 6 likes now. It's 3 people watching now. 3 people watching, 6 likes. I'm not mad. 2 people watching now, 6 likes. Feminist movie? No. I want to call it feminist. I would say it's anti-human, like anti-man, not anti-men, anti-man, anti-human, anti-reason, anti-thought. That's what it is. It's not a great movie. It's not great at all. It's hard. It's not really a good movie. It's a poorly made, poorly themed movie. I should say that. Well executed cinematically, but poorly themed. Has terrible themes. The cinema, like Taxi Driver, not like Taxi Driver. This is totally different framework. Totally different framework. Totally different framework. So, I just think that this movie could have been made better. Could have had a better ending. Could have been more thought out. Could have been less cynical, less nihilistic, less death worship. You'll see why I mean death worship if you watch it. It's really awful at the end. It's terrible. It's not good at the end at all. Not at all. So I just had to say that. I put that on blast. But Emma Stone, she's an actress. Jesse Plemons, he's an actor. They come to the screen with all their guns ablazing, and they're hitting the targets and their marks like actors do. Some actors in bad movies do very well. I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head, but I can't think of any. But there are some bad movies with, and there's some good movies with bad actors. But this was a bad movie with good actors, excellent actors. They're both really great. Modern movies suck for the most part. Everything's digital and fake and woke. Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a sense of like I said, cynicism and nihilism that runs through a lot of these movies nowadays. They mock good things. They tear down the beautiful, the smart, the great for a cheap thrill usually. And it's not just the Marvel movies. It's easy to dump on the Marvel and DC universes. It's they're just superhero movies. Nobody here, and I get it. Like I'm not really a big proponent of the superhero movie franchises, but I respect them. I get it. I understand what they're doing. It's probably post September 11th, 2001. A lot of the studios said, "Look, we got to get these hero movies out. We got to, show the heroes." But why don't you show heroes like architects and show heroes like chemists and show heroes like book editors or something like that? Just people that make a difference in the world without having a cape or a utility belt or a fancy car or something. A car that that hovers in the air or something and flies around the town or something crazy. I don't know. But that's what I'm looking for. But Begonia is definitely. I got 7 likes. Thank you for the 7 likes. I appreciate it. Begonia is definitely too. I would say it's a woke movie. It would be woke. The It's not the traditional form of the word woke. I have to give a disclaimer. The woke originally meant be aware, be conscious of your surroundings, be on the lookout for people that might say, "Oh, you ain't from around here, are you, boy?" That's the kind of woke that you have to be, or you had to have been, decades ago. It's a different kind of woke nowadays. It's more like DEI and stuff like that. That's the kind of woke that is implemented in a lot of school systems and um, entertainment venues and things of that nature. But what I'm talking about with Begonia is it's completely anti-human. It's anti-man. It's anti-thought. It's anti-life. It tears down the idea of humanity. It doesn't uplift humans. It doesn't uplift mankind. It is a horrible execution of showing what is possible with um, displaying this kind of thinking. Go woke and go broke. They just need to make a good movie. The studios are stupid. Nobody wants to be lectured when they go to the movies. Yeah, I think that's. I mean, it depends on what it is. Depends on what the lecture is. If you can make a great statement without it being preachy, or it could be preachy, but it could be like a good sermon, very spirited, very and fiery, and very strong and powerful. But it's got to be that. You can't just go up and tell people you shouldn't smoke, you shouldn't drink, you shouldn't do that. You can't have anything like that. Kind of rote, kind of like mechanical, robotic. It's got to have some spirit to it. It's got to have some soul. It's got to have some fire to it. I wouldn't mind a lecture as long as it's fiery. Like, I think the Social Network does a lot of lectures. I think a lot of Aaron Sorkin's movies are a lot of lectures. He does talk a lot. There are a lot of talkies, but they're great. They're excellent talkies. They're like splendid, superb talkies. And this was, for the most part, the diction was very good. It was very superb. But overall, the action was like way off. It was just like too much. It was very gory. It was very disgusting, very nasty, very low grade. I mean, I felt kind of embarrassed for Emma Stone because and Jesse Plemons, because they're such great actors. They're just really great actors, and they deserved more. They deserved better. I don't think there's a I don't think there's an understanding of what people would say about certain films if they just took a psychology class, if they just watched a few videos online about philosophy, aesthetics, and stuff like that. That'd be great. Natural Born Killers was a cool message movie, even though it's pretty nasty. I think you're right. Yeah, it was saying like how the wild nature of Woody Harrelson and Rachel Griffiths characters were, and how they the ultra violence of everything, and that was probably like that's what I understood from it. That's what I got from it. It was saying like mocking the cinematic the not cinematic, but it was mocking the news cycles and stuff like that. That was Robert Downey Jr.'s character. He was like, "All right, I gotta get this picture. I gotta get this in," and like just trying to show how everything is tied to that, and how in this it kind of predicted a lot. Natural Born Killers kind of predicted a few things within the media, and how all these different shootings and mass shootings that we've had in the past few decades. Yeah, about turn serial killers and celebrities. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It predicted a lot. It predicted a lot. Well, not so much serial killers anymore, but just mass shooters now. It kind of gave that air or that quality of just going out and doing mass killings, just shooting up churches and movie theaters and shopping malls and schools and whatever you want to call it, wherever you are in America. I'm saying duck, duck, go. Duck Duck Goose, excuse me, Duck Duck Goose. Even though it influenced some young killers, yeah, that's what I would agree with that. This movie, Begonia, can influence a lot of people in a lot of different ways, and I'm sad for that because I'm thinking people are going to latch on to its message, to its themes. Cinematically, brilliant. The color contrast, the the angles, the wide angle lens. It was very Kubrickian, if I could say that. It was very Stanley Kubrickian or Kubrick-esque. I guess maybe that's the best one. Kubrick-esque. Had that kind of feel to it. Had that kind of understanding and that grittiness. Um, Not the Columbine kids were obsessed with it. Yeah, I bet they were. The Nine Inch Nails soundtrack too. But they blame it on Marilyn and that heroin. Where were the parents at? And look where it's at. M said it. A lot of people say M's movie, his songs. When the dude's getting bullied and shoots up the school, that's what That's what happens. And he kind of fell back. He fell back on like he had to make it like a cinematic kind of thing. He had to like a movie more so than like just raw violence. They didn't even listen, man. So he got his scapegoat. Yeah, I think that's true. That's ironic. That's ironic. Marilyn Manson probably didn't even get into their CD deck at that time. It was CDs. He got scapegoated because his music is so strange and weird and whatever. But he got railroaded because of the fact that he makes weird and strange music. But Begonia is weird and strange for the wrong reasons. I could see if it had a better ending. The beginning of it is very interesting. You're tied in. It's very much like a pedestrian movie. You're like, okay, you're setting up the characters, you're setting up the scenes. Okay, this makes sense. Okay, okay. Well, now we're going down another path. All right, we're going on to a whole different another. Oh wow, we're really going down. Okay, now this is going into a different territory, and this is gonna match up to the ending again, where I hated the ending. I hate this movie, but not enough to give it an F. I didn't fail it. I didn't give it an F. They said he was gay because he wore makeup. What I said, everybody. People said Andre 3000 was gay because he had like not dresses, but he just wore weird clothing all the time. Like in the early 2000s, especially, he just wore really bombastic, very eccentric clothing. So he said the same thing about Andre 3000. He said that about a lot of people. I don't know if Dennis Rodman he declared he was gay, but it's always been thought of as him being gay because he wore the wedding dress. He had the nail polish. He had the weird haircuts with the color of his hair, different colors. He had the rings in his ears and on his nose and stuff like that. People were just like, you know what? He plays with Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. He's all right. He's okay with me. Yes, another great example. The late great Prince, rock and power to him. Everybody said he even put in a song, "Am I straight or gay?" Damn it, controversy. Yeah, you could. Oh, you can just say Prince, but he had bad nines and tens women all around him at all times, like the baddest broads all the time, everywhere. In the studio, in the parking lot, in the bathroom, in the bedroom. Just fine women. That was Prince. They trying to say Prince was gay. They're trying to claim him after he died. Prince was definitely straight. Definitely straight. There's no question he was straight. No question. He had some of the baddest women, dimes, all around him. Sound of Times and Purple Rain are bangers. All right, we're gonna get off track now. Begonia. First of all, the name comes from. Well, let me get to the font. The typeface is Churchwood, Roundtree. I think that's what it is. A Roundwood. I think it's Church. Hold on. Let me do this. Churchwood Round Square. That's what it is. Churchwood Round Square. I think that's the most important and most intriguing part of the whole movie. It's typeface. It's font. It's such a very bewitching kind of interesting kind of look. It's really cool. I think it's cool looking. But to get past just the font, Churchwood Round Square, um, definitely see the movie. Run and tell me. Run and tell back. Tell me what you think of it. Go to Peacock, watch 3 or 4 commercials, then watch the whole movie, and tell me what you think of it. Let me know in the comments on this future post. I would love to know what you guys think about it. But yeah, Begonia is just it had so much potential, and I knew it was going to happen. I didn't. I would admit I didn't see that coming. No, I saw all this coming. I was like, she's gonna, yeah. I saw that. I saw that because the way she said it and the way her eyes met when she said it to the Jesse Plemons character, I could already tell what was going to happen at the end. I'm trying not to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. I can spoil it. I have spoiled. What rating does Sky Ebert give it? I already gave it. I said a D plus. That was cute. Sky Ebert. Yeah, I gave it a D plus. It got a D plus because the cinema, the movie experience is really good. Besides all the gore and everything, but the movie experience is pretty good, but the themes are horrific. Sky Siskel. Well, Sky Roper, he's the one that's alive. They both died. Ebert and Siskel and Ebert died of cancer in totally different years. And Ebert had a taste for the brown sugar. It's another reason why he liked a lot of Spike Lee movies, I think. But he had if he didn't have kids of his own, I think he had like step children that were black. Ebert was looking tough, or looking rough. Yeah, his wife was black. Yep, wife was definitely black. I don't know if they had children together. They may have had children together, but I'm pretty sure they had. He had nephews and nieces that are black. But yeah, he had a taste of the brown sugar. That's for certain. Rolling Stones, brown sugar. Yeah, what about you taste so good? Just like a brown sugar would. But Begonia, I mean, to put it to bed, D plus, excellent acting, great writing, diction, not writing in plot wise, terrible plot, terrible themes, terrible overall sense, but the score is amazing, and the matchup of the image and the score is like you're like in the movie. You're like, oh, this is going to happen. This is what's going down. This is crazy. But yeah, the score was by can't remember his name. Yurskin Fendrix. Yurskin Fendrix. Marking his third collaboration with Lanthimos after Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness. He used very key words saying bees, basement, and spaceship. If you know what I'm talking about, bees, basement, and spaceship, you will find out by watching this movie. Because they're very key segments of this film. Was the score it was classical. Very classical. Very classical. Very powerful, very moving, very stirring kind of soundtrack. And I don't think it had any other songs on it. I don't remember having any other songs. It just had the classical score by Fendrix. Jimi Fendrix. No, I'm just playing. His name is Yerskin. Yerskin, I think it is. Yerskin Fendrix. I don't like classical scores usually, most electronic ones. I love classical scores. I've always loved scores since 20 years ago. 21 years ago, actually. When I was in high school, I took a music exploration course and it blew my mind. There was one particular composer. It was Berlioz. Berlioz in Symphony Fantastique. He had a great, arrangement of sounds. Hector Berlioz. And of course, Beethoven, Mozart, Brahms, Bach, Mendelssohn, all of them. I can just drop names all day, but my main guy was Hector Berlioz. The Joker soundtrack is pretty cool. It's mostly just a distorted cello. Oh my gosh. That sounds wild. But you gotta watch Begonia. You just watch it. I probably won't watch it ever again. You can watch it one time. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I didn't, but because I don't think I did. But yeah, it's definitely a movie to take in, to understand, to really apply to your life, to really well, not apply to your life, apply to your mind. The terrible themes, horrific ending, just a terrible, sad, twisted. People want to laugh, but it's not funny kind of ending. Not gonna give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away now. Not gonna do that. What is Ken Park? I've never seen it. No, I haven't. What is Ken Park? I have to look that up. Ken Park. Oh wow, this is crazy. I have to watch that too. Oh, it's Harmony Korine, so it's going to be crazy. It's a dual directed movie. Two directors co-directed. It's like the sequel to Kids, but a lot more messed up. Oh my god, it sounds messed up. But Begonia, D+ all the way. Who is this? Aiden Delbus. Delbus is on the autism spectrum. He's one of the actors. But I want to tie it up. This is it. D plus. Begonia. Go see it. Make sure you can not say, hey Sky, you're crazy. It was the best film I've seen in years. I think it's one of the worst films ever made. Thematically, cinematically, probably one of the best. But I do appreciate your time and effort for watching this show. And do tell at least 1,000 people about me. Because I had 25 people in here, 57 people in here. That was the most amount. Today I only had like 10. So it happens like that. So it's what it is. But thank you very much. I will see you sometime tomorrow. Take care.